Okay, this video is just going to be approximately 13 minutes of uninterrupted audio from the closing stages of that illegal last lap of Abu Dhabi 2021 through to the podium ceremony where they're interviewing the winner and the third place competitor. We'll leave off Lewis Hamilton. I'm not going to speak until then, but many of you will have seen that I've broken down those last 5 laps of Abu Dhabi many times. Many of you have come to the channel as a result of seeing my BBC video that got about 80,000 views. I've actually broken them laps down about 4 or 5 times on here, and each time I did it, I've identified different things. Different things jump out to me each time. So in that hour and 45-minute long video, you could see me breaking down all of the lies that we're being given. But that's not them all, because there's other things that I can pick out in other videos that I missed out in that video. I'm going to play you this uninterrupted audio, and I want you to do what I have done for those last 5 laps. I will revisit this video. I will do a breakdown in the same manner that I have done the last 5 laps. And I will expose all of the lies that we are now going to hear. All the things that these commentators say, both towards the closing stages of the race and after the checkered flag, for the next 10-12 minutes. Okay, listen to it. Just analyse what's right and what's wrong, and how many lies are being fed, how many things that are said that are just totally wrong, and just validated things that are wrong. Without question, it's just validate, validate, validate. So you can do one or two things. You can either write what you are seeing in the comment section, okay, so we've got a record of that, or just make a mental note of it, and when I put the video out where I do a long breakdown of this situation, let's just compare what we're all seeing here. All right, so without going on any more, I'm just going to play these through, and like I say, please do this exercise yourself. Please, now that you're seeing how I break this down, how I just listen to the bullshit and just call it, hopefully you can do the same. So, here we go. Enjoy.
This race that started with controversy is ending with controversy.
No, Mike, that was so not right.
Here comes Lewis Hamilton, though, down the back straight. He's got a slipstream. He almost touches Verstappen. They almost make contact into turn 9. Verstappen stays ahead of Lewis Hamilton. Of all the drama, of all the controversy, of all the magic moments in Formula 1 in 2021, it comes down to this. And at this moment, it looks like it's going to go the way of Max Verstappen. Mercedes not happy. Red Bull will be delighted. They have shared a brilliant championship battle, but the championship can only be won by one, and it's going Dutch in 2021. Max Verstappen, for the first time ever, is champion of the world. Lewis Hamilton finishes in second place after leading for so long, but these last moments are going to be talked about, and this might not be the end of the matter, because Mercedes are furious as much as the Dutch fans think it's fabulous.
Oh my God! Yes! Oh my God! Yes! Woo! Yes! Oh my God!
You couldn't make it up, could you? There's going to be so much acrimony going forward now about that procedure at the end. Red Bull played every card they could because they hadn't got enough speed, they hadn't got track position, they played it really smart. Mercedes played it cautious out front, but to release the lap cars and end the safety car and give us one racing lap, wow, how quickly did that turn around? What was Christian Horner saying to us? The racing gods need to shine down on us. They certainly did.
We need a miracle, said Christian Horner. The miracle arrived. Nicholas Latifi crashed, the safety car came out, the lapped cars were allowed to get out of the way, Verstappen pitted for fresher tyres, and in the course of one racing lap, took the lead and kept it.
Max Verstappen, you are the world champion! The world
champion!
Mate, you absolutely deserve it. You absolutely deserve it. You've had no luck. Not the rub of the green. Recharge on, please. Recharge on.
Max, we are so proud of you. Oh my God, guys. I love you so much. You have driven like a champion all year. You deserve that. We needed a bit of luck. You got it. You made it happen. And we love you. We absolutely love you.
I think a bit of luck, lifetime supply of luck, might just have come Red Bull and Max Verstappen's way. Ted Kravitz down in the pit lane. Well, emotion after emotion after emotion.
It's pandemonium. Christian Horner is crying his eyes out. Jos Verstappen is already wearing a Max Verstappen World Champion t-shirt. And at the Mercedes garage, they are shell-shocked. Toto Wolff has just dropped his head. He can't believe it. He's talking to Susie Wolff, his wife. They're all asking each other what is going on. They're shaking their heads. They are in disbelief.
2 seconds, Ted.
This is unbelievable, guys. Can we do this for another 10, 50 years together? Right, honestly.
They're in disbelief at Mercedes. Horner has gone up to the Mercedes pit wall to shake hands with anyone he can find. He's getting a handshake, but it's not very warm. Mercedes absolutely have no idea what has just gone on. They are befuddled, the most befuddlement you can ever see, whereas it is all going off. That is a release of emotion, a release of pressure. They can't believe, is it luck? Is it judgment? Is it the getting the rub of the green? But they are absolutely shell-shocked at Mercedes, and they are in pieces, in tears of joy at Red Bull Racing.
Remember in 1989 when Arsenal went to Anfield needing a 2-0 win to win the title, and in the stoppage time Michael Thomas burst through on goal and it was all up for grabs now. And it wasn't Michael Thomas tonight, it might have been Michael Massey, but it was definitely Max Verstappen who burst through to take that win. And I might need to sit down for quite a while here, Martin Brundle, to just try and compute what has happened in the last 5 minutes, and he might need to sit down for the whole winter because I'm not sure it's going to sink in for a while.
What happened is Red Bull played a smart hand using the safety car facilities, and then they ended up on far better tyres, and Max lunged beautifully into turn 5, managed to hang on through the rest of it. No DRS available for 2 laps after a safety car, so it was a straight fight down the...
Oh, I'm just speechless, Lewis. Absolutely speechless.
Bono is speechless. I'm not sure if Lewis Hamilton is talking to him or not. For a moment, and a brief moment, Hamilton felt that the crown was coming his way. Mercedes thought that the double world championship was coming their way. Those Dutch fans had pretty much given up hope. But in live sport, you never ever give up hope. You never leave before the end, because anything can happen. And here in Abu Dhabi, it did tonight. Mercedes are Constructors' champions for a record-breaking 8th consecutive time, but it is not the double championship they so wanted. Verstappen beats Hamilton to the Drivers' Championship. He ends the run, doesn't he, of British and German champions in Formula One. Not since Kimi Räikkönen in 2007 have we had a non-Brit or German champion. There's Christian Horner to embrace his man in Parc Fermé, and everyone wants to join in the celebrations except those in the Mercedes garage.
And Carlos Sainz finished 3rd for Ferrari, is also on the podium. Yuki Tsunoda 4th, so 4th and 5th for AlphaTauri. Wow.
Yeah. Perez pitted, retired from the race. Sainz said, thank you, I'll have a podium. Down to you, Ted.
Just asking around, I mean, the feeling at Mercedes seems to be, well, hang on, there seems to be an abuse of the rules here. The rules have not been followed. Why were only 5 cars allowed to unlap themselves and then the race restarted? That's the point, isn't it? So Mercedes are thinking, well, hang on, the process was not followed here. It was not followed properly the way it always has been under safety cars, with lap cars being allowed to unlap themselves. Only 5 were, not the rest of them. And then the race was restarted, and they feel that's what's not fair.
All I can assume is that Michael Massey, the race director, wanted to give this race every chance to end as a race, not behind the safety car. We've had races end behind the safety car before. We've had championships won behind the safety car before. But he wanted to ensure that we got at least one lap of racing. And by allowing those lapped cars in between Hamilton and Verstappen to unlap themselves, that was the best chance for it to happen. But at one stage, lapped cars weren't overtaking and unlapping themselves, and then a few moments later they were. Toto Wolff is absolutely furious and is now walking out of the back of the garage, and nobody, I think, wants to say a word to the Mercedes team principal. We'll be getting reaction from Mercedes as soon as he's able to talk.
Oh, we will be.
I'm sure they will have a lot to say. I'm sure Red Bull will have a lot to say and celebrate. Sergio Perez, who did such a sterling job for his teammate tonight, is down there to join in the celebration. Sebastian Vettel, who shared some great rivalry with Lewis Hamilton over the years, comes over, as does Mick Schumacher, to say sorry that it worked out the way it did for you. Max Verstappen is the 2021 World Championship on the track, and Lando Norris has smiles for him. Well, the dream is realised. He said it early on, I want to be world champion, and it's happened for him. But honestly, it had to happen in circumstances like this, Martin, because anything else wouldn't have been befitting of the season that we've just had.
Oh, the best season I've ever commentated on in a quarter of a century, and the wildest finale. Max Verstappen said to us in interviews, hey, it won't change my life, I'll be world champion one day. But his tears and his emotion show you that underneath it was a different story. And wow, well, there'll be a lot of controversy about that run into the final lap, safety car not allowing the lap runners through, allowing some of them through, and then ending all in one go. And suddenly you had Lewis on hard tyres, have been on since lap 14, and Max on a set of fresh soft tyres. Red Bull playing their opportunities there brilliantly, it must be said. And, well, I don't think Lewis could have done anything about that at all.
Jenson Button is down in Parc Ferme as Lewis Hamilton comes to embrace Max Verstappen and say well done at the end of the season. Let's hear from the new champion.
Max Verstappen, you are a Formula One world champion.
It's unbelievable. I mean, throughout the whole race I kept fighting, and then of course that opportunity in the last lap, it's incredible. I'm still having a cramp, but it's insane. It's insane. I mean, I don't know what to say. These guys here of my team, and of course Honda as well, they deserve it. I love them so much, and I really enjoy working with them already since 2016, but this year has been incredible.
Christian said with 10 laps to go, you might need a miracle to win this championship. You got your miracle.
Yes, finally a bit of luck for me. Yeah, insane. I also want to say a big thank you to Checo. I mean, he was driving his heart out as well today. It was great teamwork, and he's an amazing teammate.
You've given us the most exciting championship this year, yourself and Lewis. This year will go down in history as one of the best ever, and you came out on top. If you got a message for your team, for all the fans here that are supporting you?
Well, to my team, I think they know I love them, and I hope we can do this for 10, 15 years together. There's no reason to change ever. I want to stay with them for the rest of my life. I hope they let me, but yeah, it's insane. I'm so happy. And also, you know, Christian, but also Helmut, you know, trusting me to be in the team in 2016. Our goal, of course, was to win this championship, and now we've done that.
Congratulations, Max.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The goal, one title for Max Verstappen. How many more to follow? Lewis Hamilton with 7 world titles. Could have been an 8th. We'll hear from him in a moment. Carlos Sainz is next to speak to Jenson.
Carlos, I mean, I'm not sure you expected a podium, but I'm sure you'll take it this weekend.
Definitely take it, yeah, especially, yeah. After everything that unraveled in that race with that late safety car, we were in the right place at the right time all the time with a good pace, and yeah, podium to end a magic season, first season for me in Ferrari, P5 in the championship. I think, yeah, I took it all today and definitely enjoyed it.
But you had the pace today. The car looked good. You know, your pace looked very strong.
I was very strong today from qualifying yesterday that I did a good lap today going into a race. already laps to a grid. The car felt really good, and yeah, to put together a strong first stint, a strong stint on the hard. With the safety car there at the end, the nerves were high, but yeah, we managed to keep it together, and yeah, enjoyed it a lot.
I have to ask you about Max and Lewis. Max coming out on top, Formula One world champion. What are your thoughts?
I think whoever came on top today was going to deserve it. I think there are two great drivers at the peak of their careers, putting together a great show. And
yeah, they did put together a great show. Anyway, obviously I will go at some point go through the remainder of that as well, but just come up with an idea whilst listening to that again. And that is, there might be some of you out there that are listening to this that could put together the style of video that I did about the Andrew Benson not revealing all of those facts that are revealed in there and all of the lies that are revealed. Some of you have probably got the capability of doing that. So here's your footage. Okay, there it is. There is that footage. Do it. And if you can create a video whereby you can break down all of those lies, what I'll do, I'll post a future video where you can post a link to it and people can see that. And actually, if I'm going to do a breakdown at some point, so look out for the breakdown that I do of this. If some people are able to produce some really quality videos, I'll play them on this channel. Okay, I'll give them full exposure on this channel of what you're capable of producing to expose the truth. Okay. Thank you very much for your time. Hopefully you found this useful, and hopefully it's just helping to put things into perspective as to what was actually done to the watching world for this fraud. Thanks for your time.